All right, the Houston Rockets played the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round of playoffs, and just seemed like Houston is cursed because Westbrook now has a strained quad, and basically is day to day. Let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Now he suffered this quad injury like a couple games ago. They set him out for a few games. He came back in another game they lost. I think it might have been maybe last night to the Pacers. And basically, he made it worse. Mike D'Antoni said, well, I don't think he made it worse. No, yes, he made it worse. They should have set him out, and now they could be going into a playoff series with the Oklahoma City Thunder without Russell Westbrook at 100%. But the great news is they did get Eric Gordon back. He definitely should play their last seeding game to get a rhythm in. And, it's kind of been hard for him being in Houston because he pretty much don't play well with Harden. And a lot of guys don't play well with Harden. That house guy plays well with Harden. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to get in his sweet spot and spot up and shoot. Harden and Westbrook they went well. They played well together this year. And it seemed like Harden is playing better defense. And it seemed Westbrook is really elevating them. It seemed like they got really good camaraderie where Chris Paul and James Harden didn't have that camaraderie. I think they butted heads more because it just seemed like James Harden wasn't willing to get a ball up to Chris Paul. In this situation, him and Russ being friends, he doesn't mind Russ, pushing the ball, and he know Russ gonna find him and this, that, and the third. And they working well together. And they seem to be pretty scary because Russ is bringing, tenacity. He bringing some good defense. But what also Russ brings to the table is rebounding. And when they don't have nobody over 6'5" and they play small ball, Russell Westbrook's ability to rebound the basketball at a high clip, that helps eases the pain of not having Clint Capella or another big guy. They haven't really been playing Tyson Chandler like that to rebound the basketball. And it hurts if Russell Westbrook is not going to be at 100% because, he brings so much to the table, rebounding, defensive. He got another guy that can push the ball. James Harden can spot up. If you focusing on Russell Westbrook, he can penetrate and find Harden. And his defense, his rebound, his tenacity, he's another weapon. You can stagger their minutes. You know what I'm saying? You can have James Harden out there at one point, then let Westbrook come in there at one point. And not having him out there is gonna hurt. Even putting Eric Gordon out there, he's just a glorified spot up shooter when Harden on the floor. You know what I'm saying? If they kind of concede and let Eric Gordon handle the ball and kind of push the pace and do some things and be his natural scoring self, that's the adjustment D'Antoni gonna have to make. D'Antoni got to find out, or Mike D'Antoni, whatever his name is, he got to find out that James Harden and Westbrook can't go 1-on-5. He got to have some motion, some Princeton style offense, but it really didn't matter. I thought Houston could make a run because of what Westbrook was doing, but it didn't really matter. That train was gonna come to a stop because they don't have the coaching, they don't have the defense, and the coach don't make the proper adjustments with his offense and half-court basketball. Now, if it's any year they have a chance to win it, it's this year. Because what if playoff basketball is just like bubble? The bubble has been, offense getting up and down the floor. This is the best year for Houston to win it. You know what I'm saying? It really is because it don't seem to be a lot of defense being played, and maybe in the playoffs that tightens up. Usually, playoff basketball comes down to adjustments from game to game, from quarter to quarter, from minute to minute, and it also comes down to half-court basketball, and that's what Houston failed to realize. Half-court basketball, you can't have four guys spread out, Westbrook, penetrating, Harden penetrating, and going one-on-one. You got to have motion. You got to have set plays in half-court basketball, and that's one of the issues that the Houston Rockets have suffered from, or any D'Antoni team has suffered from. Is Steve Nash creating and kicking. It almost worked until Robert Horry, slammed Steve Nash into the scoring table, and multiple Suns got suspended for a playoff series. So, but Westbrook injury going to be huge. And Chris Paul probably licking his chops. Chris Paul probably going to come in there. I know Chris Paul. Chris Paul got that Zeke in him. He got that killer in him. Chris Paul going to come out and show out on James Harden. This is a difficult series not to have Russell Westbrook in or have him at 100% because Chris Paul about to come in and put his foot up some asses. You know it, I know it. He got a bone to pick. And that OKC team is pretty good. And Steven Adams, they don't have an answer for him. You can put 50-year-old Tyson Chandler in. And by the way, a little nugget here. I'm pretty sure people know this. And Coach Carter, the movie, Remember Ty Crane, the guy that was dogging Junior? That character was depicted of Tyson Chandler. That was Tyson Chandler in high school. All right, I don't know how many people actually knew that, but just throw that in there. I don't know how many people even mention Tyson Chandler's name anymore on YouTube, or in regular life. He's so damn old, but keep getting them checks, Ty. But at this point, man, they don't have an answer for Steven Adams. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you also got Danilo Gallinari, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Not sure if Dennis Schroeder coming back to the bubble. He left the bubble because his wife was giving birth. So, you know, at the end of the day, OKC short-handed. They got Roberson back. You know, they got a few other guys out there, but beware, Chris Paul going to look to knock James Harden dick in the dirt. You know, he on the mission. He on the mission. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I mean, I don't know. Oklahoma City without a Westbrook. With Westbrook, this was a tough series, especially if they get Schroeder back. So hopefully Westbrook able to heal up. But them quad injuries is tricky because you can re-injure those quick. So, and he's an explosive player. He's the guy that's predicated. His game is predicated off of his athletic ability. Man, he more athletic than skilled. But Chris Paul, this is must see TV. And I was gonna talk about the Western Conference playoffs today, but I'm gonna wait till we get the seeding game out the way for the Lakers, man. See who the Lakers be playing. But this may go down as the most competitive, at least in the Western Conference, the most competitive playoff series, man, because you got every team is dangerous. You know, Luka in Dallas, you know, the Clippers is dangerous. They got Trez back after his grandmother passed away. I mean, you got Houston, Oklahoma City. That's a great tournament. Every game you look at over there, possibly Lakers in Portland. Every game you look at, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a real problem, man. But for Houston not to have Westbrook, this happened at the worst time. But it happened every year. It seemed in Houston, they about to win Chris Paul injured. You know, they about to win somebody else fall down and go down. So, Chris Paul licking his chops. You know what I'm saying? I think you probably going to see the best Chris Paul you've seen in this series. Unless he get injured too, which that's a high possibility of happening. But you're going to see Chris Paul put in some work. He want to stick it to James Harden. He going to be out there cooking. He going to have them boys ready. You know, and I think if they do beat Houston, it's going to be not just because of him. I think Steven Adams is going to dominate the paint. And I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going to become a star before your eyes. If they were successful in making the playoff run, Gilgeous-Alexander is going to become a star. And I think Chris Paul going to make sure he light that fire. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully Westbrook get 100% healthy. That's going to make this series that much better. Hopefully Schroeder able to get back if he haven't got back to the bubble. And hopefully, the birth of his child is healthy and 100%. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App is CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. All that's in the description. Best way to donate personally is to share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Check out our NBA Talk playlist for more NBA videos. One time for the one time. We gone.